YouTube? Welcome back. It's free, aka Yums, and today we're gonna go over the new best defense in Madden, baby. The man meta is back, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly how to run it. But before we get into it, if I could ask you one quick favor, slide down beneath, hit that subscribe button. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers this month. Some people say it's not possible. Let's prove them wrong. Jumping into it, we're going to be working out of the 4-6 defensive playbook. We're going to be going back to that 3-3-5 wide from earlier in the year, but instead of the cover 3 this time, we're going to be working out of man. Let's go ahead and set everything up. To start, like I said, we're going to be on 3-3-5. So go ahead to your 3-3-5. We're going to want a formation sub, safeties in here at linebacker. So if you're in MUT, you're going to want to make sure these guys are fast and also can play the box. So they need to be big so they can play the run and also quick. Shouldn't be a problem in MUT and regs and everything else. It'll be a little more challenging. You'll see me put Isaiah Simmons here in regs just because he plays like a safety. He's one of the few exceptions to the linebacker rule. So jumping over here, let's set our audibles. It's actually set. We're just gonna set Mike Blitz 0 as our main audible. That's what we're working out of here today. And then we don't have it here in practice mode, but we're going to want to jump into our zone drops, and we're going to want to start with our purples on 15. Now they are going to adjust from there depending on what our opponent's doing, but we're going to want to start them at 15. So go ahead and slap those in at 15, and then we're going to come out in any 3-3-5, any 3-3-5 normal defensive call. We're going to press X or square over on the D-pad. We're going to audible to Mike Blitz 0. You can see now we're in that man call. So to go ahead and set up the defense here, first off, we're going to go ahead and pinch our defensive line. So it's going to be left on the D-pad and then down. We'll pinch our defensive line. Then we're going to go left on the D-pad and we're going to slant them. We have to do that twice. Don't ask me why. Just how Madden works this year. Then we're going to go ahead and contain. I will put all these setups down in the description. So if you don't know the buttons, I'm going to put them down there. So you can see now this is what we're looking like. Now we're going to want to go ahead, and the base way I set this defense up is I'm going to run 2 purples on either side. It's a pretty aggressive defense. You can see here we have nobody dropping back deep. There's no deep blues over here. There's no deep blues over here. Right, those safeties are manned up. We've told these to go to 15, so they'll be dropping out here and sitting over here, which means we are responsible for this entire middle, all of this field. There's going to be a pretty aggressive defense here. We're going to be looking to try to get to the quarterback. Go ahead and snap this ball here, and you can see we're going to have to cover the middle of the field. Boom. Our assignment and sack, because otherwise we're going to be here forever. All right, so again, we're going to want to audible over Mike Blitz 0. We're going to want to pinch the defensive line, slant outside, contain. And the other interesting thing we can do to go ahead and get some pressure is we can start offsetting our line. This is something I learned from watching Clef the God. So we can start sliding our line left, sliding our line right. This is going to create different mismatches, especially when we're up there, you know, like mugging the gap, hovering right here. So we're going to be doing that. And then we're going to stick with those 2 purples on this rep. Go ahead, and you can see it's going to be practice mode, so the sheds are going to be ridiculous. But you see we did get a little bit of a quicker shed this time. You can see moving the line each way, especially when you're playing a real life opponent who's going to try to double team, ID the mic, do other things to pick up the blitz. You got to keep them guessing. So we talked about the base call, but let's go ahead and talk about some of the different ways we can set this defense up conceptually. So when we go ahead and look at this, let me get the defensive line all set up. We go ahead and look at this. You can see we have no deep blues. An easy way to go ahead and fix this is we are actually going to go ahead and put A in a man coverage assignment on the tight end. And then we can go ahead and drop LB over there into a deep blue. Now we have a deep blue in case this man is going vertical. And this side of the field is going to be our responsibility, obviously. Now, if we wanted to rush 3 instead, we could do something like this. Really lock down one side of the field. And go ahead and go back here. You could also do something like man A up on RB instead, because remember that is going to be a safety, so they should be relatively quick. And then we'll actually put A in the deep half. Put purple over there, and you can't see it, but this guy is manned up on the tight end. So that cross man we are going to have to cover over the middle of the field. Then obviously we have deep covered over here. If we have a corner route or an out route, probably getting picked off on this side. We run through that. Said we got to cover the middle of the field. Boom, and you can see it's going to get there. This is going to get really good sheds, just like it did earlier in the year, especially if you kit out your defensive line with abilities. Go ahead, spin some AP. You're going to be screaming at people. The other interesting thing is sometimes you can just be aggressive and go ahead and run, just go ahead and literally blitz 5 here, you know, and play cover 0. I wouldn't recommend it often, but sometimes when you know, when you feel confident that it's the right time, you go ahead and you rip off that cover 0, bring in that extra pressure. The last thing I wanted to talk about is actually how to set up the defense rushing only 2. So this is going to work in any defense. We're going to do the same things we already were doing. And then we are going to go ahead and we have, you can see we have 4 people rushing right now. So we're going to go ahead and throw Y into a bluff blitz. If we put him in a bluff blitz, it's going to act like he's going to go ahead and rush the QB, and then he's going to drop out into a 3-rec. So we can see this play out here, and you can see he drops out and he's just chilling there in a 3-rec, as you can see right here. So that's actually a way that we can rush to if we know the pass is coming, or we know they're going to go ahead and try to take off with the QB. I lied. I did have one more thing to go ahead and show you. Sometimes you can go ahead and actually press this whole defense. So go ahead and press RB and down on the left stick to go ahead and pinch the entire defense. Now, if you do this, you're going to want to make sure you spam shade up. So don't shade up once, shade up at least 3 times. We don't really know how many times it takes to register, but everyone I've heard say it says that it takes at least 3 times. So go ahead and make sure you do it at least 3 times. Then we can watch. See how they don't actually press at the line, they bail. They came up to the line like they were going to press, but they didn't actually jam the receiver at the line. That's what we want. It gives us better pressure, but it's going to go ahead and make sure we don't get burned off the line. If you have time to make that adjust, it is going to make your pressure that much better. So I would recommend it, but I understand this defense is a lot of adjust to get in. That's going to go ahead and wrap up this one. If you did enjoy, make sure to slide down below. Hit that like button for me, man. If you want to catch more of me, slide on over to Twitter, PFG_free. You can catch all the updates there. You can see when I'm going live. You can see when I drop a new video. You can catch up with me. At me, say what's up. I'll catch you there. Until next time, baby, have a good day on and off the gridiron, and happy holidays.